Hello, everybody. Happy New Week. My name is Virus, and welcome to another edition of The Wisdom of Virus. So, like we've done the previous two episodes, question and answer, she's here again to ask me another question. So, I'm all yes.
This is from Vien.
From who? Vien. Vien. Okay.
Do you think people are more religious than spiritual?
Do I think people are more religious than spiritual? Yes. Now, you say those two words, spirituality and religion. There are many people that have a misconception about those two. They think it's the same, but it's different. Spirituality now is having my opinion. Everything that I'm saying on this podcast is my opinion. Spirituality is having a personal relationship with your God. Be you a Christian, a Muslim, Buddhist, traditionalist, or whatever. Atheists don't have God, but you are a God to yourself. If you are spiritual to yourself, but religion is a way of life. I see religion as culture. It's something that people brought to be able to differentiate between who is who and what is what. My opinion. I'm from the Christian background, but I have relationships with Muslims. I don't have a problem with anybody. I have relationship with the person, not your religion or whatever. So the Christianity that we are from, there are factions. There is the Orthodox and there is the pedestrian. Even in the pedestrian, there are still other factions. There is Apostolic, there is Pentecostal, and what have you. There are plenty. In every street, there are like 20 churches praying to the same God. Okay. Now, I don't like counting myself too much as a religious person. I tilt towards the spirituality because I have there's a kind of relationship that I have with God that even in the church, I don't connect to God like that. Why? Because it's not as if I'm not a church boy. I'm a church boy. I go to church every Sunday. But there are some things that I see in the church that are not just right in terms of people, like the act that people display in church. Now you come to church, you want to worship God, or maybe that's what I think you came to do. Then you are stealing. Or even if you don't steal in church, you come to church, you do everything that they are doing in the church, all the rituals and whatever. Then you go outside, you fight people in bus stop, or like you just display one nonsense act that is not Christ-like. And now they lead church choir, or you are the usher or something, like you are only one, or deacon or deaconess or whatever. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I'm not like I don't want to go too deep, but if you reason this thing where you understand what I'm actually saying. There are many people that go to church that are religious, that are not spiritual. They don't have a personal conversation with God. Why? Because now you go to church by 8 o'clock. Service is resuming 9. You are going very early. It's good to be early. Me too, I like going early. So I'll get a comfortable place and like where I can be comfortable to hear what the preacher is saying. I consider church as a school where I get to learn what I don't know. Or even if I know it, I want to amplify that knowledge. That's what I consider church as. Now you go to church that early. The service starts by 9, finishes by maybe 12. Then you see after the whole service, prayer from 9 to 12, 3 hours. You now see go to the pastor after the whole, or the priest or whatever, after the whole service, and demand for prayer, personal prayer. Do you need a middleman to communicate with God? That's why I say many people are not spiritual. Because if you are spiritual, there's nothing stopping you from praying and believing that prayer will be answered without a pastor. I'm not saying that pastors are bad or that you should not go to your pastor for prayer, but reason it. God said, "Come, all ye who labor, come to me and I will give you rest." He did not say go to somebody, I will give the person the rest to give you. No. God is demanding that you come to him personally. Though there are many of those pastors are ordained by God. They were called by God to make things easier for us to understand. But when it comes to prayer, when it comes to communicating with him, you don't need a middleman. Anything that a pastor is offering you or a priest is offering you is extra. You want to travel, you go to your pastor. I want to travel. Oh, help me pray for safe journey. So if you pray by yourself, you will not reach safely to your pastor, because your pastor is powerful. He was called by God. You are powerful too. There's power in the tongue. Whatever I say that you profess, that's what will come to pass in your life. The tongue is very powerful. It's very strong. But now you go to church for everything. Why this topic is like somehow personal, why it's sounding like it's a personal thing for me, is because I've received a lot of backlash about this. Is one of the criticisms that I ignore. I've received a lot of backlash about my religiousness, especially in Bauchi, because I don't go to church there. There's a reason why I don't go there, but I don't need to explain anything to anybody. And there's somebody that I even see today, he calls me Satan because I don't go to church, because he had never seen me in church in Bauchi. But now, let's take away Bauchi. Let's come to here. There was a girl that I was talking to recently. I would have not said girl. There was somebody that, but I know already. There was a girl that I was talking to recently, and the girl said she does not see me as a religious person. That she does not see me as somebody that know how to pray or that can pray or something. I just smile. The thing is, this girl is my friend, and I like my friends to know me at least to an extent. So I told the girl that I'm not a religious person. The fact that you don't see me going to church in the morning, or that it's only on Sundays that I go to church, does not mean that I don't have a personal relationship with God. There are many people that don't go to church that will make heaven. It's as simple as that. I can be on the road walking, or I can be riding, and I'm praying. You don't know. Do I have to show you before you know that I like me and God get paro? No. I don't have to be in front of the altar every day kneeling down. I'll be hitting my head on the floor, or go and meet one pastor every single day, be praying for daily bread. No. There are ways in which I communicate with God. Me and him understand ourselves, and he answers me. I listen. That's why I hardly complain about all of in our way they go to church. I'm not condemning church. This is not because I'm just trying to make a joke. But it's people that complain the most. Just talk to God. Like, be spiritual, still be religious, because I am both, but I'm more spiritual than religious. Be spiritual, have a personal conversation with God, and you'll see how things work in your life. Yeah, no more religious question, because this is you don't touch my heart. But anyway, I hope you people have learned a thing or two. If you have anything contrary to what I have said, please drop it in the comments section, and I will listen. If it's criticism, I will listen. If it's something that I will take in, I will learn. We are not above learning, but this is just my opinion. Everybody's entitled to theirs. And yeah, I hope I've answered VN's question. We have come to the end of this episode, and we'll see you next week. Bye. Peace.